Alright guys, let's talk about something brilliant. Something you've probably walked past 100 times if you've ever been to a proper farmer's market in Europe. I'm talking about Black Salsify. Now don't let the name put you off. It sounds a bit mysterious, a bit serious, but trust me, this stuff is absolutely incredible. It looks like a long, skinny, dirty carrot, or maybe a parsnip that's rolled in the mud. It has this dark, almost black skin, which is where it gets its name. But underneath that rugged exterior is a beautiful, creamy white flesh that's packed with flavor and so much goodness. It's a proper hidden gem, a real diamond in the rough. So, what is it really? Black salsify, or if you want to get all technical, is a root vegetable. It's part of the sunflower family, which is quite cool when you think about it. In places like Italy, France, and Belgium, it's a staple, especially in the winter months. They call it all sorts of things like winter asparagus, because it has a similar delicate flavor, or scorzonera, which sounds lovely in Italian. But here in the States, and even in parts of the UK, it's virtually unknown. It's one of those amazing ingredients that just hasn't had its moment in the spotlight yet, which is a massive shame, because you are all missing out on something truly special. The main reason you probably haven't seen it in your local supermarket is simply because it's not a big commercial crop in America. It's a bit of a niche vegetable, loved by allotment growers and chefs who are in the know. It takes a bit of effort to prepare. You've got to peel that dark skin, and it can stain your hands, so you have to be a bit careful. But the reward is totally worth it. We're so used to our standard potatoes, carrots, and onions, and we sometimes forget there's a whole world of incredible vegetables out there just waiting to be discovered. Black salsify is one of them, and it's about time we gave it the love it deserves. Think of it as your next foodie adventure. It's a chance to try something new, to get your hands a little dirty, and to put something on the table that will have everyone asking, wow, what is this? It's a vegetable with a story, with a unique taste, and with a powerhouse of nutrients that can do you a world of good. So, let's peel back the layers, literally, and get to know this forgotten superfood. I promise you, once you try it, you'll be wondering where it's been all your life. It's simple, it's honest, and it's delicious. What more could you want? This humble root has got a cracking history, I tell you. Black salsify wasn't just discovered yesterday, it's been a part of European kitchens for centuries. It originally grew wild across southern Europe and the Near East, just doing its thing in the fields and meadows. People foraged for it, knowing it was a reliable source of food, especially when other crops were scarce. It was the Spanish who are believed to have first cultivated it properly around the 16th century, turning it from a wild weed into a garden vegetable. From Spain, its popularity spread like wildfire, traveling north to France, the Netherlands, and Germany, where it became a celebrated winter treat. Now, let's talk about its most famous nickname, the oyster plant. This is a brilliant one. People started calling it that because when you cook it, some say it has a subtle, delicate flavor that is surprisingly similar to oysters. I know it sounds a bit mad, a vegetable that tastes like seafood, but it's true in a way. It doesn't have a fishy taste, not at all. It's more about that mild, slightly sweet and savory umami quality that you get with cooked oysters. This unique flavor made it a real delicacy, something a bit posh to serve at the dinner table, especially in Victorian times when people loved curious and exotic foods. This oyster comparison really helped its reputation. It became a vegetable that was a bit of a status symbol. If you were serving black salsify, you were showing you had a sophisticated palate. It was featured in old-school cookbooks, like Mrs. Beeton's famous, where it was often prepared by boiling and serving it with a creamy white sauce, just like you would with asparagus. It was food for a fancy dinner party, but also simple enough for a hearty family meal. It's this versatility that made it so popular across different classes. It was a proper people's veg. Sadly, as the 20th century rolled on and food became more industrialized and global, black salsify got a bit left behind. Newer, easier-to-grow vegetables that could be shipped all over the world took its place. Things like potatoes and carrots were just simpler to farm on a massive scale. And so the lovely oyster plant slowly faded from memory in many places, becoming a footnote in culinary history books. But history has a funny way of coming back around, and this amazing root is ready for its big return to our kitchens and our plates. Long before we had fancy supplements and vitamin pills, people had to rely on what they could grow in their gardens to stay healthy. And let me tell you, black salsify was like a little doctor in the vegetable patch. For hundreds of years, It wasn't just eaten because it was tasty, it was used as a proper folk remedy. Herbalists and village healers knew that this dark root had some serious power. It was their go-to solution for a whole host of everyday ailments, from tummy troubles to a weak heart. They saw it as a restorative food, something that could give you your strength back when you were feeling run down. One of its biggest claims to fame was its effect on the digestive system. People who suffered from indigestion or constipation were often told to eat more black salsify. We now know this is because it's packed with a special kind of fiber, but back then, they just knew it worked. It was also believed to be a blood purifier, a food that could cleanse the body of toxins. They'd use it to help with liver and gallbladder problems, believing it gently stimulated these organs to work better. It's amazing to think that they understood its benefits so well, just by observing how it made them feel. It wasn't just for your stomach either. Black salsify was also considered a heart tonic. Traditional European medicine prized it for its ability to support a healthy cardiovascular system. It was even given to people to help them recover from illness, as it was thought to boost the immune system and give you a bit of a lift. Feeling a bit weak or tired? Have some salsify soup. It was that simple. In some old texts, it was even recommended for snake bites, though I reckon I'd probably go to a hospital for that one nowadays. But it just shows you how much faith they put in this incredible root. This history as a medicinal plant is so important because it's not just old folklore. It points to the real, science-backed benefits that we're rediscovering today. The energy boost, the happy gut, the strong heart. These are the things we're all looking for in our food. Black salsify delivered that for generations. It was a trusted, reliable source of wellness, straight from the earth. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the best things for our health aren't complicated or expensive. They're simple, honest ingredients that have been nourishing us for centuries. Proper food, proper medicine. So we know it tastes great and has a cool history, but let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What's actually inside this dark, muddy-looking root that makes it so good for us? Well, it's absolutely chock-a-block with goodness. It's one of those vegetables that really punches above its weight. First up, it's a fantastic source of minerals. We're talking about a serious dose of iron, which is massively important for keeping your energy levels up. If you're feeling a bit tired and sluggish, your body might be crying out for more iron, and salsify is a brilliant plant-based way to get it. It helps make red blood cells, which carry oxygen all around your body, powering you through the day. Then there's potassium. This stuff is essential for keeping your heart happy and your blood pressure in check. Potassium helps balance out the fluids in your body and is crucial for proper muscle and nerve function. A lot of us don't get enough of it, so adding something like black salsify to your diet is a simple and tasty way to top up your levels. It's also got a good amount of copper, calcium, and manganese, all of which are little helpers that your body needs to do its job properly, from building strong bones to protecting your cells from damage. It's like a multivitamin in vegetable form. Let's not forget the vitamins. Black salsify contains a lovely bit of vitamin C, which is your immune system's best mate, and a range of B vitamins, like B6, which are vital for brain health and your metabolism. But one of the real stars of the show is vitamin E. Now, you don't find a significant amount of vitamin E in many vegetables, but black salsify has it. This vitamin is a powerful antioxidant, which means it acts like a little bodyguard for your cells, protecting them from damage caused by nasty free radicals. It's also great for your skin, keeping it healthy and glowing. And of course, we have to talk about fiber. Black salsify is loaded with it. We all know fiber is key for a healthy digestive system, keeping everything moving along nicely. But the fiber in salsify is extra special, and we'll get into that more in a bit. On top of all this, it's packed with antioxidants, those amazing compounds that fight inflammation and help protect you from chronic diseases. So when you're eating a plate of salsify, you're not just having a meal. You're fueling your body with a whole army of nutrients designed to keep you feeling fantastic. It's honest, hardworking food. Section 5. Let's talk about inulin, the secret to a happy gut. Right, let's dive a bit deeper into one of the most amazing things about black salsify, a special type of fiber called inulin. You might have heard of it before, as it's getting a lot of attention in the health world, and for good reason. Inulin is a prebiotic fiber. Now, don't mix up prebiotics with probiotics. Probiotics are the good bacteria themselves, like the ones you find in yogurt. Prebiotics, on the other hand, are the food for that good bacteria. So when you eat something rich in inulin, You're basically serving up a delicious feast for all the friendly microbes living in your gut. Why is this so important? Well, a happy gut is the foundation for your overall health. When your good gut bacteria are well fed and thriving, they help you with all sorts of things. They improve digestion, making it easier for your body to absorb all the wonderful nutrients from your food. They also produce beneficial compounds that help strengthen your gut lining, which is your first line of defense against germs. A healthy gut microbiome has been linked to a stronger immune system, a better mood, and even a reduced risk of certain diseases. So feeding them with inulin from Black Salsify is a fantastic way to support your inner ecosystem. But that's not all inulin does. It's also a game changer for blood sugar control. Because it's a type of fiber that our bodies can't digest, it doesn't cause your blood sugar levels to spike after you eat. Instead, it slows down digestion, which means the sugar from your meal is released into your bloodstream much more gradually. This is brilliant news for everyone, but especially for people who need to manage their blood sugar levels, like those with type 2 diabetes. Eating foods like Black Salsify can help you avoid those energy crashes you get after a sugary meal and provide you with more stable, sustained energy. The best part is, you're getting all these amazing benefits just by eating a delicious vegetable. You don't need to buy expensive powders or supplements. Nature has already packaged it all up for you in this humble root. The inulin also contributes to salsify's lovely, slightly sweet taste and its creamy texture when cooked. So you're getting something that's not only incredibly good for you, but also a real pleasure to eat. It's a win-win. Taking care of your gut has never been so simple or so tasty. It's proper smart food. Okay, you're sold on the good stuff, but now for the most important question. How do you actually cook and eat this thing? Don't be intimidated by its dark, muddy coat. Prepping Black Salsify is dead easy. You just need a few little tricks. First things first. You'll want to wear a pair of gloves, because the skin contains a milky latex sap that can stain your hands a brownish color. Give the roots a good scrub under cold water to get rid of all the dirt. Then, get your peeler out and peel it just like you would a carrot or a parsnip. The flesh underneath is a beautiful ivory white. The key thing to remember is that the white flesh will start to turn brown really quickly once it's exposed to the air, a bit like an apple or a potato. To stop this from happening, you need to have a bowl of acidulated water ready. That's just a fancy way of saying a bowl of cold water with a good squeeze of lemon juice or a splash of white vinegar in it. As soon as you've peeled a root or chopped it into pieces, pop it straight into that water. This will keep it looking lovely and white until you're ready to cook it. Simple as that. When it comes to cooking, you can treat Black Salsify in so many different ways. The taste is nutty, delicate, and slightly sweet, with that famous hint of oyster or artichoke heart. The texture when cooked is beautiful. It's tender, but still has a bit of a bite, kind of like a perfectly cooked asparagus spear. The easiest way to start is just to boil or steam it. Chop the peeled roots into bite-sized chunks, boil them for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're tender, and then you're good to go. You can serve them straight up with a knob of butter, a sprinkle of sea salt, and some fresh parsley. Beautiful. But that's just the beginning. You can roast it in the oven with a drizzle of olive oil and some herbs like thyme or rosemary until it's golden and caramelized. You can mash it up with potatoes for a delicious twist on a classic mash. You can slice it thinly and add it raw to salads for a bit of crunch. You can even batter it and deep fry it to make salsify fritters or chips. It's an incredibly versatile vegetable that soaks up flavor brilliantly. So don't be afraid to experiment. Get it in your kitchen and have a play. Let's get into some proper recipes, shall we? In traditional European cooking, one of the most classic ways to serve Black Salsify is in a creamy soup. Imagine a cold winter's day and a steaming bowl of rich, velvety salsify soup. It's the ultimate comfort food. The old-school method is simple. You boil the peeled salsify with some potatoes and onions in a good vegetable or chicken stock until everything is soft. Then you'd blend it all up with a generous splash of cream or milk. Season it with salt, pepper, and a pinch of nutmeg. And that's it. A simple, elegant, and deeply satisfying dish that really lets the vegetables' flavor shine. Another absolute classic is salsify à la crème, or creamed salsify. This was a hugely popular dish in France and Belgium. You'd boil the salsify batons until they're just tender, then drain them and pop them into a beautiful homemade bechamel sauce. That's a simple white sauce made with butter, flour, and milk. You let it simmer gently in the sauce for a few minutes to soak up all that creamy goodness. To give it a modern twist, I love to liven up that sauce. You could add a bit of grated Parmesan or Gruyere cheese for a savory kick, or stir in some chopped fresh chives or tarragon at the end for a burst of freshness. Now let's take these ideas and give them a bit of a Jamie twist. For that creamy soup, instead of just boiling, try roasting the salsify and onions first with a bit of garlic. This will caramelize them and bring out a much deeper, sweeter, nuttier flavor. Then, blend it all up with your stock. And to make it extra special, top it with some crispy bacon bits or some toasted hazelnuts for a bit of crunch. Suddenly, that humble soup becomes something really restaurant-worthy. It's all about adding layers of flavor and texture. Puka. And what about frying? Let's make some killer salsify fries. Instead of your usual spuds, take your peeled salsify sticks, toss them in a little bit of polenta or seasoned flour, and pan-fry them in olive oil until they are golden and crispy on all sides. Serve them up with a dollop of homemade aioli, a garlic mayonnaise, for dipping. These are a fantastic side dish or a brilliant snack to have with a drink. You're taking a classic idea and just turning up the volume. It shows how this historical veg can be exciting and modern, perfect for today's kitchen. It's not just me banging on about this stuff. All over the country, there's a quiet revolution happening. Small-scale farmers, allotment growers, and top chefs are all starting to rediscover Black Salsify, and they're getting properly excited about it. They are the ones at the forefront, bringing this forgotten vegetable back from the brink and putting it on the map. I've spoken to farmers who love growing it because it's a hardy, resilient crop that grows well over the winter, a time when not much else is thriving. It's a sustainable choice, a plant that works with the seasons, not against them. One farmer from a small organic farm in upstate New York told me, "Our customers are bored of the same old winter veg. When we bring Black Salsify to the market, it starts a conversation. People are curious, and once they try it, they come back for more the next week." That's what it's all about. It's about offering people variety and choice. These farmers are passionate about biodiversity, about growing interesting crops that have been lost to industrial agriculture. For them, growing salsify isn't just about selling a product. It's about preserving culinary heritage and making our food system richer and more diverse. Chefs are a massive part of this comeback story too. In the world of fine dining, chefs are always on the lookout for unique, high-quality ingredients that can surprise and delight their customers. Black Salsify is perfect for that. It has a sophisticated flavor and a great story. A chef at a farm-to-table restaurant in California explained, "Salsify is a dream ingredient for us. Its earthy, nutty flavor pairs beautifully with so much, from scallops to wild mushrooms. It allows us to be creative and offer our guests a taste of something they've likely never had before. It connects them to the season and the soil. This buzz from the ground up is what creates real, lasting food trends. It's not about some marketing campaign. It's driven by genuine passion and a demand for better, more interesting food. When chefs put an ingredient on their menu, it inspires home cooks to seek it out. When farmers make it available at the market, it gives people the chance to experiment. This grassroots movement is slowly reintroducing Black Salsify to the American palate. It's a testament to its incredible flavor and versatility that, once people try it, they fall in love with it. It's a proper comeback story. So, there you have it, Black Salsify. It's been a long journey, from a wild European root to a forgotten treasure, and now, it's poised to become America's next big superfood. And it deserves to be. We're always looking for the next kale or quinoa, that one ingredient that's not only delicious but also does us a world of good. Well, look no further. Black Salsify ticks all the boxes. It's got an amazing nutritional profile, packed with iron for energy, potassium for your heart, and that incredible prebiotic fiber, inulin, to keep your gut happy and your blood sugar stable. This isn't about jumping on a temporary health fad. This is about embracing a vegetable that has sustained and nourished people for centuries. It's about long-term wellness. Including foods like Black Salsify in our diet is a simple way to boost our intake of vital nutrients, support our digestive health, and protect our bodies from the inside out. It's a powerful tool for building a healthier lifestyle, one delicious meal at a time. And because it's so versatile in the kitchen, it's not a chore to eat. It's a joy. It's food that makes you feel good in every sense of the word. By choosing Black Salsify, you're also making a brilliant choice for our food system. You're supporting the small farmers who are working hard to bring back agricultural diversity. You're encouraging a more seasonal way of eating, connecting with the food that grows locally during the colder months. It's a vote for a food culture that values flavor, history, and sustainability over mass production and uniformity. It's about making our plates, and our world, a little bit more interesting and a lot more delicious. That's a powerful thing. So, the next time you're at a farmer's market or a good greengrocer, keep your eyes peeled. If you see those long, dark, unassuming roots, don't just walk past. Grab a bunch, take them home, and get cooking. Be adventurous. You'll be discovering a wonderful new flavor, fueling your body with incredible nutrients, and becoming part of a movement that is bringing a true culinary hero back to the table. Black Salsify is more than just a vegetable. It's a taste of history and a recipe for a healthier future. It's time for America to fall in love with the oyster plant. Get in.